Alright, this is Josh with CupAd, and this is part 6 of the cash flow management series. And today we're talking about income statements. This is the income statement that's in the Cafe Financial Model that you can download off our website. Basically, what is an income statement? Income statement shows you how much money you make every month, month one, versus how much your expenses are, right here, and so you basically take how much you make and you subtract out your expenses, so you can get a quick look at whether or not you made profit that month, or if you're actually losing $24,410, like in this case, every single month. So this particular financial model that I've programmed, you really should never do any changes to the sheet. You never have to put directly how much your sales are here. None of the information on this sheet. All of your changes need to go in your growth projections and your parameter sheet. So it's nice because you can just go to the sheet and get a quick look after you've changed your parameters or growth projections. In the other tutorial, I showed how to add more categories, so we're not going to talk about that now. The only thing I really need to talk about with this is some of the programming here. I'm just going to go through one example, and that's how you actually calculate how much your sales are. So if you look at this, this is your program, your formula up here. Whenever you write a program in Excel, you're going to press equals, and then you're going to, that tells it that you're going to start writing a formula of some kind. So for instance, I could say equals this plus this, that's this plus this. That's what I just did. B12 plus C12. That would be an example of a formula. This one basically says parameters in B3. So we go parameters in B3, that's this number. That's how much you sell a cup of coffee for. You're saying you sell a cup of coffee for $3. And then you're multiplying it by your growth projections in C5. So if you go to C5, you'll see your growth projections. That's how many cups of coffee you sell in month one. So you're taking the price you're selling your coffee for multiplied by the quantity sold. So that's your revenue. So that's what this is basically saying. Now you'll notice that there's these little money signs in front of that. That's absolute formatting. If we were to take that off, we'll have to do it over here. If we were to take off these absolute formatting and press enter, and then I was to drag this over, it becomes 0. Now the reason it becomes 0 is because instead of B3, it's now pulling information from parameters in C3. If you go to parameters in C3, that's this code right here, and there's nothing in that cell. If I was to put like 10,000 or 100,000 in there and come back to this, you'd see that now it's a dramatically large number. We don't want to do that. We want to have just absolute formatting so that you can drag that across. So if I drag it across, it's going to change. There we go. That's the only thing I really need to talk about here. So that's an income statement, and that concludes our tutorial.